To those of you joining us today, thank you for watching the Woburn Spotlight. I'm your host, Tyler Gates, here to bring you some positivity by talking to those in town, making big strides for the greater good. Today I'm very fortunate to have Heather McGuire from the Woburn Business Association here to join me. Hello, Heather.
Hi, Tyler.
How are you doing today?
Very well, thanks.
So
How about you?
I'm doing well. I'm really excited to have you here. I know you have a lot going on, especially this time of year, that we're going to highlight a little bit today, dive into what the Woburn Business Association is. Do you mind just starting out and telling our listeners a little bit about you and why you're here to talk to us today?
Well, my name's Heather,
Yeah.
and I started with the Woburn Business Association about three and a half years ago. And I came on board as a admin assistant, actually, part-time, and just really enjoyed it a lot. Really enjoyed getting to know the business owners and going to the networking events and watching people meet and connect and grow. So at the end of last year, I stepped up as the executive director, and since then I've just really enjoyed taking on more responsibility, getting more involved in the community, and growing the membership.
Yeah. So how was your transition? I mean, you were part of the WBA prior.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a pretty seamless transition for you?
It was. It certainly is a lot busier for me, a lot more active role than I was playing before. But it's been pretty seamless. I was already reaching out to a lot of the members and setting up a lot of the events, and it's given me the ability to work with the board more closely, and a lot of our members who enjoy being very active,
mm-hmm.
and bringing them in, allowing them to help arrange events and bring in their contacts.
Okay. So essentially, and from what I'm familiar with, your job is to connect the dots here in Woburn.
Yeah.
Connecting business owners to individuals and vice versa, just making sure that Woburn is an area where we can drive business.
Yeah.
Do you mind elaborating just a little bit on the WBA's mission?
Yeah, the WBA really originally was established to help businesses get a more even footing, you could say, in the city. It was difficult in the 80s for businesses to establish here. The tax rate was really high, the water rate was really high, there was a lot of restrictions. So the WBA formed at that time to really help create a more business-friendly climate. And as you can see, driving around the city, that goal was accomplished.
Certainly.
And we're very fortunate that City Hall is very cooperative with our members and with the business community at large. They understand the balance between what the businesses add to the community, lowering the tax rate, and offering a lot to our residents. Our business community supports our residents in a lot of ways. And City Hall appreciates that. So that's the base of how we were built.
Okay.
And moving forward now, there's really a lot more about helping the members, helping the businesses connect with each other through networking, through opportunities like that.
Okay, and so becoming a member is a relatively easy step. And I know I've been in the past, and I'm a member as well. And it was a great way for me to get to introduce myself to a lot of people in the community,
Mm-hmm.
whether you're starting out or whether you've had a business here in town for 20 years and are now
Right.
just looking to get involved.
Right.
For new members or potential members out there, you said you had a couple of goals moving forward to be able to connect them. What would you say to those members out there, potential members that are thinking about getting involved or wondering what is the WBA?
So I would encourage anyone who has an interest in learning more about the WBA to take advantage of our networking events. They're a really great way to meet new people, to get a feel for the organization, and they're one of the big benefits of being a member, but you're welcome to join us as a guest anytime, any event that is of interest to you. So I would say start there. Reach out to me. You can email me or call me, and I can sit down and talk with you about your specific business and the ways that we might be able to benefit you. You can participate to whatever extent you like as a member. There are members who maybe sponsor. We had recently a golf tournament, sponsor the golf tournament, and that's kind of the extent of their participation. And then we have other members who are helping to organize events and helping to bring in a lot of guests, invite people to events, and all that kind of thing.
Okay, so there's a wide range of how involved you'd like to get, whether it be for time, financial commitment, or just being a resource for people out here in the community.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know you mentioned your golf tournament. That was the first golf tournament you guys have hosted, wasn't it?
That was our first annual golf tournament, so we've already set the date for May 7th for next year.
Great.
Yeah.
Same place?
Same place.
Beautiful
we were at the
facility.
Merrimack Valley Golf Club, and it was a great day. It was a great day. The rain held off. It was a tiny bit chilly, but people had a really great time.
Yeah, from what I heard, other than a little windy on the first couple of holes,
right.
It was a great day, and the lunch was fantastic.
Yep.
So that was good to see the support there for that.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Do you mind just highlighting a few of the other past events that you've had that were a great success in your mind?
Absolutely. We, at the end of April 26th, we held a women's speed networking event with our women's group, and we partnered with several area chambers. So there were 5 organizations in all, about 80 women participated, and that was at the Escadrille. And it was just a really fun night, and everyone got to meet 30 to 40 new people, share their information, and yeah, it was really fun. So that was a big hit. And we have our, drawing a blank, our young professionals group. And they have really fun events. So they had one at Dave & Buster's recently. You were there.
Yes.
And it was a great draw. There was about 85 people there, and everybody got a power card and got to run out and play all the games and get to meet each other. Yeah.
That was a great environment too. I didn't realize they had such a space at Dave & Buster's out back that you could have for events.
Yep. Yeah, and that's one of the benefits for our members who host. You get to share a lot of information about your business. It's a lot different than just sending out a flyer or talking about it. Having people come into your business and see what you offer, see your space, is a really great benefit to a lot of businesses.
Okay. Off the top of your head, I know I'm putting you on the spot, where are a couple of the other locations that you've held some of these networking events?
Oh boy, all around the
Woburn.
city. We're looking forward to getting back over to the Hilton. We haven't been there in a while, and they just renovated, so we'll be there in the fall. The Courtyard Marriott, we've been there for our Women of Woburn lunches a few times. The Residence Inn, we've been there for a network gathering. Crown Plaza, scoreboards. We had a Bowladrome. We had a Bowlapalooza over the summer there.
That's
so
fun.
yeah, we've been all around.
Good. That's fantastic, and that gives them, like you were saying, the members a great way to showcase their facility.
Exactly.
I remember one of the banks that had just done a renovation, and you might be able to correct me on which bank it was. It slips my mind.
Yep, Northern Bank on Main Street.
Yes, right on Main Street. Great renovation, and they got to showcase it.
Exactly.
And it was a beautiful building.
Right.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Now, kind of transitioning into what's coming. We've had a couple events. It sounds like you have the Women of Woburn.
The Women of Woburn is
a couple member events each week or each month. Are there any events that are coming up either this spring or this fall that you'd like to touch on?
Sure. So June we'll have actually 3 events coming up. We're starting a new program, Lunch and Learn we're calling it, and that will be June 8th. It'll be over at the Trade Center at McLean Middleton. They have a beautiful conference space, and you've been helping us organize that one, so you jump in if there's any details I leave out, but that will be learning how to use LinkedIn better. So LinkedIn is a pretty complex system, more than just throwing your profile on there. You can really do a lot to increase your visibility and increase the way that you're able to reach out to new contacts, new potential sales clients. So we're excited for that. We've had a good sign up already.
I know Lou and Nancy do a fantastic job at what they do, and the LinkedIn presentation sounds like it's going to be phenomenal. I know myself, I use LinkedIn, and many of us out there too, so this will be a good way to polish up your skills.
Exactly. Yeah. I spoke with Lou a few months ago and got excited about LinkedIn, so I can't wait for the lunch to learn more and then jump in and get started with that.
Mm-hmm.
We hold monthly networking after hours in the evening events, and June 14th will be at Joe's American Bar and Grill, and they're very excited to host us. They just had a renovation of their space, and they've revamped the menu, and so they're going to have some great food, a great raffle prize they're putting together with a cooler and all kinds of summer stuff, and they're going to have a special summer drink. So we're excited to get down there. That's the 14th from 5:30 to 7:30.
Sabrina and Josh are very pleasant. They make it, you feel like you're at home every time you go in there. I know I feel welcome every time I step in the door. So that's great that you get to host that there.
Yeah, we're excited to get there. And the 21st will be our Women of Woburn lunch, and we're going to be at the Council of Social Concern. And Mary Lang will give us a tour and tell us more about what they do down there. We're asking everyone who comes to bring a non-perishable food item for their food pantry. And then the summer kind of does slow down a little bit. There'll be a young professionals event in July, and I think probably a Women of Woburn something in the evening in August. And then we'll kick back up in the fall.
And if I remember correctly, the Women of Woburn has been around, is it almost a year now? Or when was the kickoff?
We just reached a year. So
Fantastic.
we started May, this past May was our first year anniversary.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I know you guys have had some great events, and that's essentially what spurred the conversation for a Lunch and Learn committee.
Yeah, lunchtime is a great time for networking because, you know, the morning you're busy, you're rushing around getting ready for work. After work, people have commitments and they want to have a life. So lunchtime is easy. You're already at work. You have that time set aside, and so we're finding it to be a really good way to get people to come and make it easy for them.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Any other future events that we should keep an eye out for?
Well, I don't have a lot of details yet, but we're going to have a great annual meeting event this year.
Okay.
In October, maybe beginning of November. I'm going to keep it quiet now, but
Okay.
we've got some exciting plans in the works.
I won't ask any more questions as it pertains to the annual event. One thing that popped into my head, I know that one of the issues here in Woburn is transportation between businesses. Getting people to businesses, either to be a customer or getting employees to their workforce.
Yeah.
Do you mind just touching a little bit on some of the movements that we've come together here in Woburn to do, and WBA specifically?
Sure. So this came to our attention through our members. We have a restaurant and hospitality group that we meet with a few times a year, and the discussion was really around transportation and that it's hard for them to staff because sometimes one person can be driving, you know, at a hotel. There could be one of the housekeeping staff who drives 3 or 4 other people in to work with them. And if that person's car has an issue, then they're really in trouble because they can't get their staff in. So things like that started to get our attention and started to focus us on the transportation issue. And talking to more restaurants and hotels and businesses in the area, there is a real need, and there's a need for businesses to be able, like you said, to get clients to them, to get employees to them. We have the Anderson Transportation Center, which is great, and it runs really regularly, which is great for the commuter rail, but once you get there...
What do you do?
Yeah.
That's got to be tough.
So, so we're looking at ways of expanding what we can offer, what the city could offer, how businesses could maybe partner with the city, and what might be beneficial to the residents as well. And if there's some way to combine the business needs and the resident needs to make it something that everybody can use.
So from what I'm hearing, and correct me if I'm wrong, we have something as simple as getting you some visibility by being a member, all the way to making big strides and really helping organizations take that next step, talk about transportation and filling some voids here in Woburn.
Yeah.
Does that sound about right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And so for somebody out there listening that wants to kind of get involved, and I know we talked about going to an event, that's important. Do Do you mind highlighting some of the benefits to members that people might not know of,
Sure.
even current members?
Sure. So one big benefit that a lot of current members actually don't know about or don't make use of is your business profile on our website. When you become a member, you automatically get a business profile, and you can upload that with everything you want: pictures, logo, sales, any kind of information that you want. And that is great for your SEO. It gets picked up as sort of a second reference.
Okay.
When people Google your business, look you up online, that pulls up. And we also offer a member spotlight, a new member spotlight. So when you join and you become a member, you can send me all your information that you want people to know about you. And that goes on our website and goes out on social media and out to our whole email list. So those are two great benefits right out of the gate of being a member. You also get a chance to promote, sponsor events, promote in our business guide, and we spoke briefly about a new project we have coming online, which is a Welcome to Woburn bag, and that's a business-to-business marketing tool that we're going to be launching in the next few months. And so members have the opportunity to put an item, put a promotional item, put a coupon, a free offer into this bag, and these bags go directly into the hands of new businesses in the area.
I really like that idea.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. It's going to be great.
Because who wouldn't feel welcome getting a bag of stuff new to town?
Exactly.
That'd be powerful stuff.
Exactly.
Good.
And your item goes right into their hands, and they are pulling everything out. And if it's a useful item, a sticky pad note, they can keep it right on their desk, and you're top of mind for them. And they can share it around the office. If it's a gift card for a restaurant, they can all go out to lunch and get them right into your business.
Great.
Yeah, that's a great opportunity.
And so there's definitely some benefit there that I didn't even realize being a member. So new members getting engaged, taking that early steps. For a new member, do you see the same benefit as somebody that might have been a member 10 years ago and is still a member now? Maybe not as active though?
Everybody has access to the same benefits,
okay,
for sure. And new members do tend to be more energetic and more enthusiastic and more engaged, but any time is a great time to start coming to events.
Okay.
Any time is a great time. If your business is growing, you've added a new feature to what you're doing, you can come to events and tell people about it. You can reach out to me and I can share the information on our social media. You know, we had advertising opportunities. So there's a lot of ways to get involved, and just reach out and I'm happy to talk to everybody. And
do you mind sharing a good number to reach you at, or an email? We'll put it up on the screen for everybody to see, and we'll recap it again at the end.
Sure. So my email is wba@woburnbusinessassociation.com, and the office number is 781-935-0345.
Great.
Both of those are great ways to get a hold of me. And I'm always happy to go and meet for a cup of coffee, talk on the phone, and share with people the ways that WBA can help their business.
Okay. And I know we're talking a lot about new members right now. For businesses that are already members, or potential businesses out there that are listening to this, seeing this, and want to know how to get more involved, what can businesses do specifically? I know you said sponsor a hole at the golf tournament. Are there ever other avenues that they can advertise themselves, help the WBA out, or just promote some form of an event through the WBA?
So businesses that have a space, like we talked about the bank, that would like to show off their new space, their expanded space, get people in, we're always looking for people to host an event. We're always looking for a fun place to go. Someplace new that we haven't been is always nice. So that's on the table. Call me up and we can get it on the books. We also offer, with the Lunch and Learn, the Women of Woburn, different ways that members can present to the group. If you're an expert on a certain topic that would be of value to business owners, reach out. We can find a way to give you a platform, help you share that information. I just got a call from American Graphics Institute. They're members. They've been members about 2 years. And they just got a grant to fund, so small businesses can send employees to get training in over a dozen subjects.
Wow.
From Photoshop, WordPress, all different kinds of things. So
That's
they have
pretty
this
impressive.
grant, yep, and your employees can go for free. So he just called this morning, and that's something that I'll help him promote, and I'll help share to our membership and share to the community so that people can take advantage of it. And what else? Other benefits? Yeah, just reach out and let me know. You can always become a sponsor of an event if you want to. If you want to share information with members, you can set up a table at an event. You know, there's a lot of ways that you can reach out.
Engaged, right?
Yeah, and you can always. We have a lot of committees. You can always join a committee and help organize and help steer things that way.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So I know we've talked. We had the golf tournament already. Set the date for next year, so I'd say it was a success. We have young professionals events. Those happen once every couple of months. I know you mentioned the next one sounds like summer.
Quarterly. We
Quarterly.
run them quarterly, so
Okay.
the next one will be July sometime.
Okay, and that's a new program as well within the
Yeah,
last
this will
year
be
or so?
1 year. This will be our first year in July.
So realistically, there's a lot of changes happening right now. So now,
exciting
even if you
time.
were engaged at some point, get re-engaged, figure out what's changing and what's happening.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot.
Yeah. I encourage everybody to add your name to our email list, and you can do that through our website, or you can shoot me an email, and that gives you a feel for what we have going on. It gives you a feel for what our events are, and we share community news, new announcements from our members. AGI will share that in our newsletter and try and help get the word out.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. And what's the URL or the website?
WoburnBusiness.org.
WoburnBusiness.org. And if I remember correct, there's an events calendar that you can access through that main page? Excellent. That'll
Yep.
highlight some of this as well.
And we put community events up there as well, so if you're a group in town that's having an event, a fundraiser, whatever, reach out and we can put it on our calendar as well.
That's fantastic to know.
Yeah.
Excellent. So that'd be a great place to start out. Coming up, we've had some great things in the past. Coming up, it sounds like we have June 8th, the Lunch and Learn program with Lou and Nancy. It's going to be a LinkedIn presentation. Is there going to be catering or food provided at the lunch?
Yes.
Okay.
So the cost to attend the Lunch and Learn is $5 for members, $10 for non-members,
Okay.
and lunch will be provided.
Okay.
It's included in that cost.
Okay, so June 8th, McLean and Middleton, noon to 1:15, $5 for members, $10 for non-members. It's going to be a great presentation. It'd be a good way for you to get out there and understand what WBA is as well, right?
Exactly.
Fantastic. June 14th at Joe's,
Yep.
networking after hours, 5:30 to 7:30. Is that also $5 for $5, for members and $10 for non-members?
It is, and
Okay.
they have a great menu planned, and that's all included. It is a cash bar.
Okay, excellent. And the next Women of Woburn luncheon is the 21st. That's at the Council of Social Concern, making sure I got that correct. Mary's going to be giving you a tour, and all you ask is that you bring a perishable or non-perishable item
Yes.
with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Donation for the food pantry.
So a couple big things. You have a busy month ahead of you.
We do. We have a lot going on.
Yes.
We have a lot going on, and another thing that we've started doing more of in the last year is partnering with area chambers,
Okay.
so that there's new faces at the events. It adds value for both sides. Just like we had the multi-chamber speed networking for women. It brings in a lot of new faces, a lot of new contacts.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Excellent. Am I missing anything for the month of June?
Nope. That's what we have going on for June.
Okay. And do you take a little bit of a pause? Because I know you thought about it. You said the young professionals is maybe in July. Do you have anything else going on over the summer that you'd like to make note of?
No, we're probably, like I said, we're probably going to have a Women of Woburn wine tasting, something like that. So get on our email so you can always know what's going on. Our Women of Woburn meets every month for lunch, and we started adding a few evening events for the ladies, and they've been a big hit.
Good.
So we'll probably have one in the summer.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, great. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to highlight? Anything you'd like to mention to the guests that are watching today?
I just encourage everybody to come to our events, to get on our email list, and to reach out. I really like learning about the businesses that are in the city. I like meeting the business owners, the employees, and finding ways that we can fit, connecting the dots, so to speak. We were talking before we started airing about Pizza More up in North Woburn, and they became a member, and he was telling me he has this mobile pizza oven, and I said, you'd be a great fit for Lord Hobo, because they're looking for food when they have events, and on the 17th of June they're having their second anniversary party, and Pizza More is going to be partnering with them for that. So
fantastic.
That's one of my favorite parts of the job.
It sounds like you like making those connections, seeing it grow.
Yeah.
That must be nice. It must be nice.
Yeah.
And Pizza More and Lord Hobo, great companies. They just needed that introduction.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Is there anything else that you'd like to say in closing?
Well, I'd like to say thank you for having me here, and
my pleasure. My pleasure.
For doing this. This is a great forum to, bring attention to things that are going on in the city that people might not know about, and for your help with the Lunch and Learn, organizing that, and I think that's it.
Well, thank you for joining us. I know there's a lot of good, and I've seen it in my own life, a lot of good that the WBA and you have done. And so I appreciate you coming on and sharing that message, because I know how powerful it can be for other business owners and other individuals just looking to meet more people in this area.
Yeah.
Well, great. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for watching today's show with Heather McGuire, the director of the Woburn Business Association. Remember, we all have one life to live. Let's all do our part. I'm your host, Tyler Gates. Join us next time for another episode of the Woburn Spotlight.